important to make that distinction. Dominant position, my definition of dominant position is I can dominate from it. Okay? The guard, everybody knows you can catch somebody in the guard, right? Guard's not a dominant position because I can't force things in guard. I have to take a mistake. I have to wait for an opening to show up, or I can trick an opening to show up. I can't force an opening to show up, right? I can force something from the mouth or from the side up all day with this, with pressure, okay? It's a huge concept that you have to become comfortable with because if you're not being as efficient as possible in these positions, right? And with that comfort level is also a certain patience that comes along with it, okay? It's very weird, but you would expect, you know, if we're in say a tournament or even just a sparring match, right? You would expect JR to have some anxiety at this moment, right? Because I'm mounted on him. So you would expect the anxiety, he'd be, oh shit, he's mounted, I'm in a bad position, right? Believe it or not, I see more often than not the anxiety comes to the guy here. Okay? You see the guy go, holy shit, I'm in the mount. I gotta finish this fight. And they just go because they feel a certain internal pressure that they should be winning the fight from these positions. And that pressure causes them to go at the first even half-ass smooth. Okay? You gotta really train yourself not to do that. You cannot, like I said, I don't take an armbar when it's here. There's too much ambivalence about whether I'm going to get it. Okay? I will not go until I get the armbar jammed up here, where I know I can finish it. Okay? So there's a certain patience that comes along with that. And tied into that patience is pressure. Okay? Because the chances of him escaping when I'm using pressure drop significantly. Okay? If I'm just doing this and he starts elbow escaping, got a pretty good shot. Right? It's a fight now. Right? But if I'm doing this, boom, right? What time is it here? Now let's say he doesn't give up that elbow so easy, right? It's still down. Okay, a lot of times guys go, oh, shit, didn't work. And then they abandon what time is the grip immediately because it didn't work for that 5 seconds. Right? And now they're off to trying to force something else or do whatever, okay? So they gave this whole strategy a total of 5 seconds to work. And when it didn't work in the 5 seconds, they got frustrated because of the anxiety and they move off to something else, okay? What I'm saying is you stick with it. The only X factor in this formula is time, okay? Some guys break, some guys it's just more sensitive there than others. Some guys will break pretty quick. It's very sensitive, or they're not used to the position. They'll immediately start giving you the arm. Some guys can gut it out a lot longer, but everybody has a breaking point, okay? And the other thing I want to mention too is if I'm doing this, let me keep it down on here. If I'm coming here and go 1, 2, 3, and he's kind of in his head, he's going, okay, I can take it. When he knows where it's coming from, and he's getting a hit with it for a couple seconds at a time, he can eat it, okay? Or he has a better chance of eating it, okay? One of 2 things I will do when I've now gotten a guy whose discipline is higher and I'm having trouble getting under that arm, okay? The first thing I'll usually do is hit him from more directions than one, okay? I'll come here, boom, 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 and until I get underneath, okay? And I will just keep hitting him to get him doing this. Because what starts happening is he starts trying to figure out where the pressure's coming from. And the elbows start ramping up ever so lightly. Okay? The other thing I'll do, again, and remember the whole fish in the barrel reference, it's hard for him to escape while I'm doing it anyway, is I will let him know that I have nothing better to do with my time on this planet than start to grind that. Yeah, there it is. So, once because if you think about it, like if he realizes that the pressure is going to be 3 seconds, then he gets a break. 3 seconds, then he gets a break. Somewhere in his subconscious, he's going, okay, I can do this for 3 seconds. I can do this for 3 seconds. I can do this for 3 seconds. Right? Once he goes, holy shit, this guy's not going to stop, the arms start creeping up. Everybody get that? Mm-hmm. Okay. But again, all this is relying now on using pressure and time as your friend. Right? Pressure and time is my friend. When I get here, I don't necessarily think about submitting him. I think about putting pressure on him. The pressure will result in a submission at some point, okay? But if you're thinking that way, you won't rush it and you won't get anxious and you won't jump the gun. Because I've seen more times than not, guys lose this position because of anxiety to finish the guy. They get so wrapped up in anxiety that they go for the first half-ass submission just to go for a submission. Right? I won't take a submission unless it's perfect for the man, and I'm going to get it there with pressure. Now, is everybody okay with that idea? Okay. That by itself will change your mount to tomorrow. Okay? If you really commit to pressure from the mount, like I'm asking for, your mount will change tomorrow. Your percentages in the mount will change immediately. Okay? Very easy thing to do. Okay? Now, let me give you one other piece of info here that will make it easier to get this all in. Okay? Because again, every once in a while, now, based on what I just showed you, if you do that, that'll work 99% of the time. Just what times the grips, changing angles and hitting them, and grinding it, getting under right, and grinding it and letting it sit there. That will work 99% of the time. It will every once in a while you run into somebody who's not necessarily working. Okay? Now, I do the what times the grip because it's easy. It's one hand, got on the shoulder, boom, I hit it. One hand hit it, one hand hit it. Very easy for me to manipulate that. This one's a little more complicated. So you usually have to prove to me first that the what times the grip setups aren't working before I'll switch over to this. Okay? But if you've proven it to me and my hand will come underneath the neck, I'm always very careful about where my weight is when my hand's under his neck because I don't want him to roll me. So my weight's always over here with my hands in the neck. Everybody understand that? Okay. I pull the fist into his neck. Okay. Now that's not doing much in terms of functioning for the choke, but it is. It's going to make it very difficult for him to defend it. So I don't leave my fist down here. I pull it into the neck. Straighten the arm. Connect. Okay. Both elbows go to the ground. See where it just did? He has to reach that way. Okay. So it's important to recognize that he can't block this choke with this arm. When my hand goes under the neck, he has to block it with this arm. He has to do what he just did, reach through and grab my elbow. It's the only way he'll block the choke. If not, he'll tap out. Okay? So I come here, back it up. He comes through, and I'm going to keep choking until I get my chest behind his arm. Right? Once I'm there now, I can reset, catch the neck. Back to position. Wind it up. Pass the head, make the rest, lean over the knee, and everything else becomes the same again. Okay? Now, if you want to run that instead of the what times it every time you're on the mount, that's fine too. Okay? Like I said, I think the what times is easier, and it works enough of the time that I just do that. You know, and for that rare time that a guy's defending the what times the grip, I'll now break this out and run it. Just some more steps to it, and more things that maybe can go wrong.